This weekly crop review is brought to you by ASR Group, Belize Sugar Industries Limited.
For week 7 of the 2016-2017 sugarcane crop season, the factory milled 46,725 tons of cane. Since the beginning of the crop, the factory has milled a total of 292,064 tons of cane. That is 3,326 tons less than what was milled last year, when the factory milled 295,390 tons of cane. Taking a look at sugar production, 4,722 tons of the sweetener was produced for week 7, and a total of 28,428 tons since the commencement of crop. That figure surpasses the 25,699 tons produced last year. For the 7th week of crop, the factory worked at a grinding rate of 6,674 tons cane per day and 5,960 tons cane per day for the 7 weeks of crop. Last crop, the grinding rate stood at 6,028 tons cane per day. The report on cane quality shows that for week 7, juice purity first expressed stood at 86.66%, 85.21% for the 7 weeks of crop, and 83.52% last year. For the 7th week of crop, it took 9.89 tons of cane to produce 1 ton of sugar. Since the beginning of crop, TCTS stands at 10.27. Last year, it stood at 11.49. As for the sugar extracted from the cane, 95.53% was recorded for this week, 95.80% for the 7 weeks of crop, and 95.01% last year during the same period. This week, factory time efficiency stood at 98.93% and 96.53% for the 7 weeks of crop, and 92.51% last crop. According to the report from BSI ASR, it was a good week, despite high mud levels in cane affecting milling at the beginning of the week. As per cane quality, this continues improving, resulting in improvement in the TCTS ratio. ¿Cómo se sabe cuando la caña está madura y lista para cosechar? Utilice un refractómetro para determinar el índice de madurez de la caña de azúcar. Cuando el Brix de la parte superior es igual o cercana al Brix de abajo, la caña está lista para cosechar. Si el porcentaje es de 85% o más, indica que la caña ya está madura.
This weekly crop review was brought to you by ASR Group, Belize Sugar Industries Limited.